on tonight. So let's get into this. Without further ado, my favorite part of the show.
Federal law allows citizens to reproduce, distribute, or exhibit portions of copyrighted motion pictures, videotapes, or video discs under certain circumstances without authorization of the copyright holder. This is called fair use and is allowed for purposes of criticism, news reporting, teaching, and parody, which doesn't infringe of copyright under 17 USC 107.
Cool. I ain't did this in a while, so let me do this. Shout out to the first person in the chat besides myself on tonight. GFriend94, what up? My man, Just Be Real. Ashita Cool P. My cuz Wesley T. Go Lions. No Lions. My man DJ Matt, Dwight S. Supremacy. Is that what that is? There we go. Jamal Beasley, what up? Daquan Smith, K Mac, Tiger Blue, Crest Line Iceberg Pimp. I just gotta add that on the end of it. It's the iceberg part of it. That's what it is. Sylvester M, Mr. J1S, my wonderful wife, Keishana Redmond, hey baby. Tiger Blue 7, K Mac, Tracy Quick, and Tony Fabulous. What's good? What's good? Hey, y'all, look here. Let me tell y'all something. I was stumbling upon the internet on today, and I came across this video. And I didn't even know that there was a thing called Fox Soul. And it seems to be just a bunch of women and a bunch of simp men that's just on here talking shit, essentially. And I said, well, since they talking shit, why for can't I talk shit about the shit they talking about that I believe is them talking shit? So that's why we here. And that's why I'm on here right now. Because one of the things that I have just noticed about relationships when it comes, especially when it comes to black and white folk. Well, no, let me go a little macro first. One of the things that I noticed about relationships, period, is that there is such a lack of accountability and responsibility on a single side. It's always one of two things. It's either all the man's fault or it's the woman and the man's fault. That is the narrative that we have in our relationships today. It's either the man's fault or it's the woman and the man's fault. There is never sole responsibility placed on a woman in certain categories or in certain situations. Now, do I believe that there is shared responsibility? Yes. Do I believe that there's equal responsibility? No, because there's not equal power. You cannot have equal responsibility without equal power. You can't. And I don't understand why men do not acknowledge this, and I mean, do not speak up on this, and I don't understand why women won't acknowledge this. We can never get anywhere until we are able to acknowledge the facts and the truth, regardless of how bad it is, regardless of how bad it looks. We have to start at the problem and say, hey, this is it. It's just like in a 12-step program. You can't even begin a 12-step program. You can't even begin Narcotics Anonymous, Alcoholics Anonymous, Sex Anonymous. You can't, Sexualholics Anonymous. You can't even begin that until you do what? You have to acknowledge that you are an addict. You have to acknowledge the problem. You start out by acknowledging who you are and stating what you are. That's why every time when you see somebody going into, even on the movies or on the TV show, when you see people go into an AA meeting, what's the first thing that they do? Hi, I'm Tom Jones, and I am an alcoholic. And from then, everybody else can chime in. Hi, John. Hi, whoever. Hi, Susie. Hi, Shaquita. Hi, Terrence. Hi, Marcus. You can go on from there. But there has to be a single moment where you assume responsibility and acknowledge who and what you are. And I am so sick of hearing everybody talk about all this other shit, but they don't acknowledge their particular hand in the way that things are. The current state of events today, when it comes to relationships, a lot of it is due to men, but the greater majority of this shit is because of women. It is. It just is. And you can talk about the white man, you can talk about the system, you can talk about slavery, you can talk about all this other shit. You can talk about I was molested as a kid, I didn't have my dad. You can talk about all of those things. But when you become an adult, one of the wonderful things about becoming an adult is that you get to choose what it is you do and what you don't do. You now have a choice. So that don't mean you get to blame all your past shit and how you are today. You don't get to make that the sole reason as to why you do the things you do and say the things you say. You can use it as a reference point, but you don't get to blame everything back, especially when it's your fault. And this is what you see a lot of times when it comes to women. They want to say, when you catch their ass red-handed, hand in the cookie jar, and say, you did this fucked up thing, they will not say, you right, and I need to change and I need to fix it. What they'll say is, well, I was molested. Well, my first boyfriend did this to me. I was raped. I was touched as a kid. My mama didn't love me. I was in a foster home. I got you come up with a bunch of different excuses as to say what had happened is why you doing what you're doing, as opposed to just saying, you're right. Let me figure out a way to fix this. Help me change what it is that I'm doing. We don't do that. And that was one of the biggest things that I saw in this. So we're going to go ahead, we're going to go through this, and we're going to break this shit down. And I hope that this reaches them or reaches the people that watch this shit to get a clear understanding as to what it is that we're doing and why we are failing when it comes to relationships. Why are we failing? We want to blame every fucking thing and everybody else about what it is that we, as to why we are the way we are, as opposed to saying, yeah, all that may have had a part in it, but the choice is still ours. What we do today and what we do from this point on, it's completely up to us. Now that we're made aware of the problem, now we can start to fix it. Let's do this.
Claudia, you was getting ready to say, is it the woman's fault?
Or the man's fault.
Or the men's fault, which is a very good point. I think it's cyclic. But I have to blame it first. No shade, men, but it's y'all fault first. Because if
I hate when people do that. I'm on. Let me tell y'all something right now. I'm on their ass. I am on their ass. I hate when people do that. I hate when people say, I ain't throwing no shade, but I'm throwing shade. I ain't gonna say it, but I'm gonna say it. Call a thing a thing. Say what it is. You don't have to try to preface some shit. Say and even men do this shit. I ain't gonna say all women, but fuck that. If you are an adult and you don't understand what the fuck a generalization is, then you don't need to have a conversation. That's one of the things that I have chosen to do. If I'm talking with somebody, because I'm all about talking and figuring shit out, everybody having their point of view, damn it, this is America, say what you want. I'm all for that. But if you can't acknowledge certain things like generalizations, fuck you. If you can't acknowledge things being, a generalization or things being put into a particular context or being said in a particular way to just get a point across, fuck you. Because those are the very same people that you will never be able to reason with or reach. Plain and simple. They're like fucking animals. They're like savages. You can't reason with a savage. Y'all hear me say that shit all the time. You cannot reason with a savage. A savage only responds to equal or greater force. That's it. That's it. Plain and simple. You can't reason with a fucking animal. And when people show that level of intelligence to where they can't even get out a complete thought without saying or prefacing some bullshit when they're about to say that very thing, I don't mean no disrespect, but I'm about to disrespect you. I don't want to call women bitches, but bitches be acting fucked. Say what the fuck you want to say. All of this, I don't want to offend nobody. You need to offend people. When you're offending somebody to good works, fuck that. You need to offend them. And people, we should want to be offended to good works. If you gotta hurt my feelings, if you gotta offend me to get me to be better, have your way. Say what it is you want to say. Because the fact that we try to sugarcoat shit, when you try to lessen a blow, the blow don't get landed the way it's supposed to get landed. If you're trying to shoot something, why use a rubber bullet when you want to kill it? I'm softening the blow. I'm going to shoot this rubber bullet at it to see if it go down. Fuck that. Load up that motherfucking 308. Motherfucking work that bolt action and let this motherfucker ride. Bam. Oh. That's what you have to do. Land the blow the way that it needs to be landed. Strike the blow so that it can be struck. Stop trying to soften shit up for people because you don't want to hurt their feelings.
If you go all the way back, we didn't create this. We didn't create the misogynistic ideology of having to use our bodies to get stuff. We didn't create that. You all created that.
And here's the first lie. Since the dawn of fucking time, women have always used their bodies. They have always used their sex. It is the very thing that attracts men to women and women to men. Men are visual creatures. And even our Christian people that are of the Christian faith. If you believe in Adam and Eve, how do you think Eve got Adam to bite that motherfucking apple? Do you think she was just talking to him and having an intelligent conversation? No. Do you think she forced it in his fucking mouth because she was that much stronger than him? Absolutely not. She literally had to use her persuasiveness, which is her body, which is her looks, which is the way she speaks, the way she talks, the way she touches. It's what you do. Everybody, men, hear this. Women, one of the if we're both superheroes, if men and women are superheroes, part of a woman's power is her looks, her sex, and the way that she talks, which is her persuasive skills. She finesses a man. She finesses her man by stroking his ego. That's how shit works. That's just how it works. That is the natural order of things. So all of this shit about misogynistic, toxic masculinity, feminism, and women's rights and all, that's all bullshit. Because it wouldn't be no women's rights if men weren't attracted to women. Men wouldn't give a shit about women if they were not attracted to them. Plain and simple. It's in our DNA. We are wired that way. She's trying to make a point that is totally false. It's based in falsehood. That shit ain't true. Men didn't stop. No, bullshit. Men have always been attracted to women just like women are attracted to men. A nigga that got a 6-pack, 6'6", and rotisserie golden brown or light skin like motherfucking Shamar Moore, women will fawn over and do whatever the fuck he say. Ooh, girl, he ain't got to do shit but tell me when and where. What is that? When men the same way, they see a woman, oh man, she got a fat ass, Joe. All she got to do is tell me where to show up. That's all it is.
we actually couldn't even vote. We couldn't even talk. We was tied up in clothes from our neck all the way to the floor.
True.
It was we couldn't even talk. This we didn't create the misogynistic ideology of having to use our bodies to get stuff.
So if she's saying that you didn't have to use your bodies to get stuff, if y'all were covered up, why would you want to be uncovered? If she's saying that y'all had to use y'all bodies to get stuff, if you were covered up, which is what she said, why would you then want to uncover? Think about it like this. Why do women, because at the end of the day, women are the ones that are in the driver's seat when it comes to what they wear, where they go, and what they have, and how they look. Why do you wear low-cut shirts? Why do you wear push-up bras? Why do you wear skin-tight pants? Why do you wear all of this shit? Why do you the very thing you don't want men to judge you on or to make decisions on based on your looks is the very thing that you accentuate the first chance you get? Y'all put on hair, makeup, eyelashes, lipstick, eyeliner, rouge, foundation. These look at Housewives of Atlanta. Them bitches put on so much makeup now that they not only put makeup on their faces, they put the shit on their neck and on their chest because it's like a two-tone motherfucking car if they didn't. Think about that. So you tell women say, well, I put on the little makeup because I'm on camera and because, you got, little spots here and there and it gives you an even tone. Okay, you're right. Why the fuck you got makeup on your shoulders? Why you got makeup on your neck? Why do you have that? If you're not trying to accentuate the very thing that men are attracted to, which are your looks. Why do women talk shit about each other and how they look if that's not the very thing that they use to get the things that they want? You use your sex to persuade men to do things for you. You use your looks to get things that you want. Here's another reason to back that up, because I'm bringing the facts. If that wasn't the case, women would be covered from head to toe. Women would be going out and building and getting things on their own. And they would not be asking for a man to pay for this, to buy me that, to get this for me, to buy that for me. They would be the most self-sufficient group in our society. And they are not. A woman will lay up with a nigga for the rest of her life if the money is right. Women first think, find me somebody to get it to me or to give it to me, as opposed to me going out and getting it myself. That's just how they do. That's how, case in point, look at the draft that just happened. That dude, CD, whatever, I forgot his last name. I was about to say CD Baby, goddamn. But the dude, CD, the wide receiver that got drafted to the motherfucking Cowboys. He's sitting there on the couch, the one where the girl tried to grab his phone or whatever. That bitch is fresh off of Trae Young dick. Now all of a sudden she with one of the number first round draft picks. Why is that? She traveling in that circle. She want to be on that level. Ain't known for shit but being another nigga bitch. And think about how many women are like that. How many women are known for that? Oh, that's such and such old girlfriend. Oh, that's such and such girlfriend. Oh, that's such and such girlfriend. All of these women that are, and especially when you get into these hood bitches, when you talking about these women that are in so-called celebrities, they on, look at all of the motherfucking live, not live, but all the reality shows. Love and Hip Hop New York, Love and Hip Hop LA, Love and Hip Hop this, Love and Hip Hop that. Every last one of them bitches, probably maybe with the exception of Candy Burris, all them bitches are somebody else's nigga. They was with some other nigga. They was fucking this dude. That's how they got known. Now they rapping. Now they trying to get their clothing line off the ground. Now they trying to do whatever. But 75% of them are known for being off another nigga that was a celebrity's dick. Basketball wives. A bunch of bitches that was fucking hoopers and basketball players. Ain't none of these hoes have jobs. Ain't none of these hoes have anything going for them besides their looks and who they was fucking. None of them. And then what do they do? Now that I done divorced this nigga and I got some money, I'ma start me an earring company. I'ma start me a makeup line. I'ma start me... All the shit that they start that they want to do now is off of another nigga's back. Every time. Every time. Even you take the Kardashians. Where did the Kardashians get their shit from? Rob Kardashian. The daddy. If it wasn't for that first Kardashian, who was he? A motherfucking lawyer for LA Hollywood lawyer. Had it not been for him, ain't none of them motherfuckers would have had no money. Wouldn't have none of them motherfuckers known OJ and all that other shit that went down with them. So and I'm not saying that it's the worst thing. It ain't the best. Yes. Ain't that sure is what Shawnee O'Neal did. Got her show from using her man's money. Plain and simple. Plain and simple. It is what it is. So don't try to act like it ain't that. Don't try to act like men made it like that. That's what y'all did.
We didn't create that. You all created that. We actually couldn't even vote. We couldn't even talk. We was tied up in clothes from our neck all the way to the floor. True. It was after, it was the way that they treated us, the way that men have put us in a predicament where we have had to utilize our assets to get things.
Here's my point to that. Once you was able to vote, once you was able, you had your women's rights. Why wouldn't y'all band together and do y'all own thing? Why wouldn't you? If that's how we did y'all, you now have the opportunity to where you can vote on your own, you can do your own thing. Can't nobody hold you down. No. You got to you can make your own moves. You can vote for who you wanted to vote for. You can go and work for whoever you wanted to work for. You can start your own businesses. You can start your own companies. You wouldn't need men for shit. But what do? You still need men for everything. You still need men for everything. You want men to give you this, put you here, lift you up, build you up, give you this, give you that. You still want them to do that very thing. That's why I use the word female supremacy. They want it all because they feel that they are deserving of. I should have everything. You should give me everything. You should do this for me. You should do that for me. Explain to me, if you had your own, you wouldn't need men for shit. You wouldn't need men for shit. If y'all took y'all asses to school, got y'all own scholarships, if y'all motherfuckers played volleyball, softball, tennis, whatever the fuck y'all had to do to get y'all asses into school, into college, get your job, start your own company, start your own workforce, you would be fine. Women outnumber men worldwide. But you know what? Women won't support women. The very thing that you want men to do, y'all won't even do for yourself. Y'all won't even do it for yourself. Look at the WNBA. All women hooping. Don't none of them bitches go to the games. When was the last time you seen a woman post some shit? Well, before this COVID shit popped off. But when was the last time you seen a woman post on her timeline, going to the LA Sparks game tonight, me and my bitches, girls night out? Nope. When was the last time you seen a bunch of women? Yeah, we all gonna go down to see the Chicago. I forgot the name. I don't even know the women's team in Chicago. You don't see them doing it, do you? When's the last time you seen a bunch of bitches going to All-Star break for fucking the WNBA? You won't see that, but you'll see them hoes sell their fucking kids to go to the NBA All-Star weekend in Chicago. They'll sell their kids to go to the NBA All-Star weekend in Chicago. Whatever it takes, the Chicago Sky, thank you. Break their neck. Quit their job. Walk off their job. I told my boss I had to go. I'm going to be down here this weekend. Fuck that. It's too many ballers down here. BET Awards. All them hoes down there. The Grammys. All them hoes flying out there. Super Bowl weekend. All them hoes is flying over there. Any event where the rich men go. Any event where the celebrities go. Women flocking. Got their wings like fucking vultures ready to swoop in. But y'all can vote. Y'all can do y'all own. Y'all can start y'all own businesses. But they won't. But they won't. And they don't. So don't blame that shit on us saying that that's our bad. It's not. Y'all been in control of y'all own shit since y'all been able to vote.
That has made this, that has perpetuated this mindset. And so now put us in a predicament where we have had to utilize our assets to get things. That has made this, that has perpetuated this mindset. And so now it has become, it has spawned in all these different forms. Yes. And now it's just a fool everywhere. Now, can we stop it? Yeah, because you have women like, you know, you have women on the call, all these women on the call right here that don't do that and know that they don't need to.
Bullshit. Bullshit. It's a fucking lie. Lisa Ray did a movie about being a stripper. Where do strippers get paid from? Niggas. Then the bitch married some Nigerian prince dude or some shit like that. Some other nigga with money. Claudia Jordan, B-list actor or some shit. She done been in a couple of movies. I don't even know what the hell she done been in. Where'd she get her money from? Selena Johnson, singer. Where'd she get her motherfucking fame from? Kanye West. Niggas out here in the industry. Tell me where. Vivica Fox. Been in a couple of movies. What she do? I want to date 50 Cent with my old ass. Where is the individual empires that's being built by these women? You don't see it. All of these women, every last one of these motherfuckers got a nigga connected to them somewhere along the line that got more than them. Just saying. Just saying. And that's a good point, John from New York. Madam C.J. Walker was a female millionaire way before voting rights. She was the only one. The Price is Right. That's where she from. You right. That's exactly where the hell she from. Just saying. They try to paint this picture of something that they're not. And I'm so sick of it. They try to make it seem like, oh, well, we just sold this and we sold that. And meanwhile, y'all chasing the richest dick y'all can get to. Y'all are. Same motherfucker who was talking, who's sitting up there talking all this shit was the same motherfucker doing a song with R. Kelly. Same motherfucker. Why? Because he was the goddamn Pied Piper. Why you don't see women producers? Why you don't see female producers? Now you can sit back and say, well, you look at the music industry now, the music industry is all ran by men. That's true to a point. However, when you look at YouTube, when you look at all of the media outlets that we have today, any woman, any group of women could start their very own record label, and if their material is good enough, they can write their own ticket just like anybody else. Why you don't see women selling drugs so that they can get their record label off the ground? You know why you don't see them? Because they too busy popping their ass in these niggas videos that's doing this shit. Because that's the money they see right here, right now. Fuck me going to write rhymes. I go pop my ass in the nigga video who writing rhymes. That ain't our fault. That's y'all fault. They continue to do that. They continue to go to the strip club, pop their ass, make thousands of dollars, and don't do shit with it, but buy Gucci, buy Prada, buy Chanel, buy red bottoms, buy more weave, buy more nails, buy more this, and buy more that. That's all they do. Or they sell some more shit to sell to women. I make bags, girl. I make earrings, girl. Exactly. Only Missy Elliott. And what did Missy Elliott do? Missy Elliott was working with Timberland. I'm just saying what it is. Ain't no Missy without Timberland, Joe. Plain and simple. That's a fact. One of the greatest artists of our time. Arguably the best female hip hop artist. Lil' Kim. What's Lil' Kim without Biggie? Biggie was writing Lil' Kim shit. Just saying. You look at look at Cardi B. If Cardi B wasn't validated and wasn't put on by what's the nigga name? Not Quavo. Goddamn, the nigga from the Migos. If she wasn't validated by him, she wouldn't be nothing but a stripper or a motherfucker that was on Love and Hip Hop. Offset made her. What's the brat without JD? Exactly. They all do it. Don't none of them build. It is so rare that you see a woman build some shit on her own from the ground up that the ones you think about, like you got to go as far back as Madam C.J. Walker. That's how far you got to go back. Now you do have your ones now, but the ones that's out there, what are they doing? They're using this. Look at Giselle, Tom Brady's wife. She make a shit ton of more money than he do. But what does she use to make her money? Her body. Tyra Banks, what does she use? Her body. Alicia Keys, I give you that one, but she wouldn't have been on had it not been for Clive. Just saying. Show me the female hip hop mogul. Show me the self-made hip hop mogul that's a female. Show me the self-made female musician where she did all her shit on her own, got her own deal, wasn't no niggas involved. She wasn't fucking or sucking for nothing. She just did her thing. She put her music out on YouTube. She put her music out on the internet, and everybody just loved it so much to where she couldn't be denied, and Universal Records offered her a distribution deal. Show me that. When you talk about Puffy, Dr. Dre, you talk about Master P, you talk about Baby from Cash Money, you talk about Jermaine Dupri, you talk about them 5 cats right there. There's not one woman that has even come close to doing anything that those 5 have done. Nope, MC Lyte, What up, Locke? I'm just saying, when you talking about this, and my thing is this. You saying all of this stuff about what it is that y'all go through, but y'all steady latching on to the niggas y'all say that's subjugating y'all. The niggas that's mistreating y'all, that's doing y'all in, that's creating this bad precedent for y'all to follow. We can't get nowhere because of what they doing to us. Y'all the ones that steady latching on to it. What's Sparkle without R. Kelly? Queen Latifah. Tell me what Queen Latifah has done for any other artist besides herself, where she has turned. Oh yeah, if it wasn't Queen Latifah, there would have been this. You can't. You cannot do it. Maya wouldn't have been shit without Jay-Z. What are you talking about? Just saying. What is Selena Johnson without R. Kelly and Kanye West? Kanye West gave her that song. All Falls Down, he literally was like, shit, you here. Can you come and sing this? Oh, come on over to this other studio and sing this for me. Shit, okay. Yeah, sure, Kanye. What have you seen? Show me what female mogul, music mogul has said, yeah, I put this guy on. I made it happen for this dude. Yeah, I produced that dude's song. Yeah, that song that dude sing, I wrote that. You don't see it. And if it is, and if somebody can look in the internet and scour the Google archives and find one, I can show you 10,000 to that one of the other way around.
To do that. But then our mothers, some of our mothers are not, and I have to blame mothers a little bit, because our mothers are harder on the women and they treat the boys like they baby fatter boys.
Can I say this, Selena?
Now, what does that mean? I'll tell you what it means. She's talking about how women, when they have children, how they make their daughters rivals. They compete with their daughters, and then they treat their sons like they're their man. That's the dysfunction of single motherhood. The very thing that women say, oh, it makes you so strong to be a single mother. Oh, being a single mom is the most empowering thing in the world. You're so independent. It's that very same mentality that makes them compete with their daughters, and it makes them want to date their sons. How many times do you see women refer to little boys as they man, as they future husband, as they little boyfriend? Do you see men saying that? Do you see men saying, yeah, that's my little wife right there? No, because they say he was a fucking pervert, or they'll say he's a fucking pedophile if he did. Exactly. Women call them, that's my little king. You dumbass. He can't be a king if he ain't got shit. He's a prince. He's not married. He don't have his own kingdom yet. Well, a queen has to be married. But do you see that? Yes, they say, do you look at the average single mother with a 7 or 8 year old boy? She treat that boy like her man. She buy him all the fancy, expensive shit. She dress that little boy. She don't teach him shit about being responsible, but she give him everything like it's her nigga. It's her man. That's how they do it. She don't want him to be with no one woman. And then when he get older, he becomes what? A playboy. You have motherfuckers telling these little kids, yeah, fuck as many girls as you can. Fuck them all. My son gonna have plenty of her. He got all the girls chasing him. Then when the motherfucker get 25, first thing, why won't he commit? How come he can't settle down? Because you've been telling him to be a player and a playboy since the motherfucker was able to walk. You even have women look at little boys' dicks and be like, ooh, girl. Ooh, girl, when he get older, you have women now looking at their friends' sons like, yeah, I fuck him. Girl, your son, woo, he fine. But we don't call that pedophilia. We don't call that statutory rapist. No, we save all that for R. Kelly. It's their own mentality that fucks up the children for generations. So that cycle that she talking about, it's the cycle that they're fucking creating. The cycle that they're perpetuating. Because they INDEPTN, I'm independent, got my own house, I got my own car, even though it's provided by the government.
I say this all the time that I believe that a lot of women, they raise their daughters, but they love their
yes.
They what?
So,
yes, yes, yes.
And then
I said they raise their daughters, but they love their sons.
And they don't raise their daughters. They compete with their daughters. They compete with them. When those little girls get to the age to where they 11, 12, 13, and their bodies start developing and they start to become women, they compete with them girls. Don't we look like sisters? We like twins. I ain't gonna be no grandma. I'm gonna be a glamma. You know why women don't want to get old? Because they don't have shit accomplished. And getting old to them means failure when you don't have shit. That's why women don't want to get old. Because they don't have shit. You don't hear women like Maya Angelou talking about, "Ooh, I don't want to be old, girl. I'm young." You don't hear her saying that because she's accomplished. You don't hear the Kardashians' mama talking about, "Don't call me old." I can still do it. I can still drop it like it's hot. You don't see them do that. Because they've accomplished something. The Kardashians' mama, that motherfucking woman has built a $1 billion empire and her kids are worth more than she is. They have literally motherfucking they got a foothold in social media, fashion, so what do you want to call it? A social influencer, whatever you want to call it. They have a foothold in that shit. They are a cornerstone of social media. They've accomplished something. Anytime you got Kylie Jenner buying her motherfucking man a fucking Bentley just because, she ain't worried about getting old. She ain't worried about what some other motherfucker is saying. She ain't got to worry about her mama competing with her. Her mama ain't trying to fuck Tiger too. She ain't competing with her daughters because she got her own lane. She's accomplished her own things. You don't hear Felicia Rashad talking about, "Don't call me old." You don't see it because she's accomplished. That's why I always tell young girls, young women, get your shit together first. Stop trying to hit your wagon to a nigga. Get your own shit first. Have your own money. And I ain't talking about a few $1,000s you done earned off the fucking pole or you done earned from being an Instagram model. Have your own shit so that you can do your own shit. Because when you can do your own thing, when you got your own thing, now you get to dictate who comes in and out of your life. You don't need a man. You want a man. Needs and wants are two different things. When you young, men want you. When you old, you want to be wanted. You want to be needed. When your titties sit up perfect and your ass is tight and your pussy ain't stretched out and all that good shit, yeah, men want you. Yeah, men will do things for you. But when you don't have your own shit, when you turn 38, now you an old bitch. Now you hating on the young bitches that was in the same position you was in 20 years ago. So now what do? You now desperate. Now you talking shit. Now you angry at men because they ain't looking at you like they used to look at you when you was 22. They ain't flying your ass across the country on their private jet. They booking your ass a flight on what's that cheap ass airline? On JetBlue. What's the other one that just filed for bankruptcy? The other airline. The yellow one. They putting your ass on that shit now. Why? Because all that you valued yourself with is your body. Your body has been your number one commodity. And think about this. Spirit. There you go. Spirit Airlines. They putting your ass on Spirit now. $58 one way. Frontier. Think about it like this. Most young women, they invest or they try to capitalize off the very thing that is literally depreciating daily. The one asset you have being your body, you are literally using that to sustain your life, and it is depreciating daily. That's just like a man giving you, or that's just like you buying yourself a car when you become an adult. You turn 18, you buy a car. Brand new. And a motherfucker tell you, this is the vehicle that's going to get you through the rest of your life. You get that vehicle on your 18th birthday, and all you do is drive the motherfucker. You don't spend no maintenance on it. You don't invest. You don't upgrade. You don't put shit into it to make it work for you for the long haul. You don't use it to get you from A to B. You just use it to drive around and kick it and party. You ain't using it to take yourself to work. You ain't using it to get yourself an education. You're not using it to build your business. You're not using it to run your business. You're just using it so people can see you kicking it in it. You having a good time. Then when the motherfucker's 20 years old, it's an antique. But who the fuck wants it? You ain't done shit with it. Yeah, it's a Cadillac, but it's a 20-year-old Cadillac. Now you want somebody to not only buy it, but you want somebody to buy it and take care of it until for the rest of your days. Who wants to do that? Why would I buy a 20-year-old Cadillac when I can go buy a brand new one today? Who wants a 40-year-old Cadillac when you can get a 20-year-old Cadillac?
Young girls do not have, we don't have the, like for me, like, and I know I have friends that are daddy's girls, and I have such an admiration of that. Like I have an admiration for that, because I have a whole father who was a whole singer, and everything I got from him mostly. Yeah. And I have absolutely no relationship with him.
What the fuck is a whole father who's a whole singer? What the fuck does that even mean? I have a whole father who is a whole singer, and I have no relationship with him. Makes sense.
And my mother raised all of us, because it's all girls, real tough. You know what I'm saying? Okay. So we're not, sometimes, and in my relationships with men, because this is my second husband, you know, but.
You hear that? This is my second husband. You know. You know, this is my second one here. I'm on husband number 2. Here's my thing. Because ain't nothing wrong with, I get it. Sometimes relationships just don't work out. I understand that. Hell, I done been through it myself. However, there are certain things that we must understand and acknowledge to say, well, why am I here? Why do I have this problem with being with a man? Why do I have such conflict when it comes to me and relationships? Why is it that I'm cool with just fucking a nigga, but when it comes time for me to actually build with a nigga, I can't? Why is it that I choose the ain't shit nigga to have children with, but I can't seem to find a good man to build a life with? That ain't the nigga's fault. That's yours. You chose that. There is a choice. I cannot blame my marriage from my first wife on my mama and my daddy. It's their fault. I chose her. I showed up for the wedding. I walked down the aisle. I bought the ring. I put the ring on it. That's all I'm saying.
In the relationships with men, yeah, I'm not trying to be Elizabeth Taylor R&B, but in relationships with men, I have been unable at times to be soft. And in the business, we were taught by our moms, be hard, take it, be strong, don't let them see you cry. You know, that they have taken our God-given actual right to be feminine, to be soft, to be ladies, to be women. We have to kind of buck up all the time to get people to take us seriously. And some of that has bled into my relationship. So then when that happened.
Here's the thing. It's a choice. You don't have to do that. You choose to because that's what you were taught from your mama, who was a single mama. I don't know where, and please hear this, black women. This is just for y'all. Let me tell y'all something. This whole attitude, can't nobody handle me. I need a man that can handle me. I need a man that ain't afraid of me. I need a man who ain't weak. Let me tell y'all something. You are the minority. And not only are you the minority, because we're talking about y'all 7% of the population, black women. If black people are 13%, let's just say you're really more than that. You're about 8% of the population because there's more men than it is women. There's more women than it is men. Y'all are the only ones. Y'all are only ones that do this tough guy shit. Bruh, look fam, hey bruh, hey man, look dude, bro, this ain't what it is, bro. Y'all the only ones that do that. Do you understand that the only reason why it's niggas that's still fucking you and with you that do, because you do that, even though you do that, the only reason why it's niggas still fucking with you is because you have a pussy, and because most niggas, especially from the hood, grew up around bitches like that, so niggas think it's normal. That's why when a nigga get a taste of a different type of woman from a different background, from a different culture, or from a different race, they say, wow, I actually like this. Do y'all understand, and hear me, black women, do y'all understand that the main reason why niggas like white women, Asian women, Hispanic women, it is because they are feminine first. They are soft. It ain't the Becky with the long hair. The Becky with the long hair knows how to be feminine. What y'all describe and what y'all call out as being a weak bitch is the very thing that the majority of men like. What y'all consider to be a soft bitch, oh, you just getting over, you gonna get ran over. The very thing that y'all call out about that is the very thing that most men like as soon as they get a taste of it. As soon as they get to experience it. So think about that. When black women, when y'all sit back and y'all be hating on the Becky with the long hair, the light-skinned girls, the Asian women, the white women, the Hispanic women, all these foreign bitches and all that shit. When y'all see men going after that, know this. First, it's their femininity that's attractive to us. It ain't about you being strong. It ain't about you being, oh, see, I'm a strong black woman. That's why you by yourself, bitch. That's why you by yourself. I don't need a motherfucker as strong as me. I need a motherfucker to compliment me. And I don't need you to compliment me by talking more shit than me, by having a nastier mouth than I do, by talking more shit and starting more shit and getting me involved in more shit like other motherfuckers, like most black women like to do. And even if you want to call it docile, even if you want to call it soft as hell, weak bitches, all that shit, trust and believe. Obviously, it's working. Because y'all are the minority and y'all are the oddballs. Y'all are the least to get married. Y'all the least to get married by other races. Y'all are the least in the shit. That's why when niggas see a soft Mexican, they be like, damn, this bitch is actually feminine. She ain't cussing a motherfucker out. She ain't talking shit. She taking care of the house. She taking care of me. Let me go out here and work and take care of her. Look at Mexicans. What do you see in the average, I'm talking average motherfucking first generation, second generation Mexican? What do you see? You see the men going out busting their ass, doing the shittiest, most meaningless, most I hate this fucking job out in the world. You see them going to do it every single day. And what do? They bring it all home to that woman. They go out and they shovel shit. They pick flowers. They pick fruit. They pick vegetables. They plow fields. They go and do the jobs don't nobody else want to do. And they bring it home to their woman. That's the dynamic. And what does that woman do? She take care of that man. He gives her everything. Why? Because there's a team effort involved. Y'all want to be teams, but y'all want to be the niggas. That's why niggas are out here ain't on shit. Why I'm gonna go out and get a job? This bitch got one. Why I'm gonna go out and do something? Shit, she gonna do it. If I sit my ass at home and play Call of Duty all day, she'll make sure I get my game. She'll make sure the internet stay on. That's what they will do. And for what? Why? You laying up taking care of another nigga because he got good dick. You laying up and taking care of a nigga, why? So you can just say you got a nigga. You don't have no expectations for yourself that's high enough and to a standard to where you can say, nah, fuck that nigga. You could have a 22-inch dick, but goddamn it, if you don't have a job to where you can bring home some money, if you don't have no fucking integrity, if you don't have no fucking loyalty, if you don't have no type of motherfucking career-minded, motherfucking forward-thinking, motherfucking dreams and hopes and all, if you don't have no vision, nigga, I'm sorry, but you and your 22-inch dick, y'all can't be with me. Because after I get dick down, I like to eat. After you hit my spot, I like to have a nice house. And I don't want to be the only bitch going out making this shit happen. But what do? Just the opposite. I'd rather go out, make all these fucking moves to try to provide a lifestyle for me and this nigga at the house. Then I get mad and get heartbroken when he fucking my sister and my best friend. What do your sister and your best friend say? Girl, he got a 22-inch dick. What you want me to do? You should have been at home taking care of your man. Now you want to fight that bitch. Just saying.
To the man, now he like, oh, she acting like a diva and a bitch, and then he'll go and cheat on her or beat her to try to diminish her so that he can have some control. So I feel like it's cyclic, but I do feel like the men kind of kicked shit off, and then the mothers didn't do good with trying to. We didn't fight for our rights early enough. You know what I'm saying?
There were no rights for you to fight for. Y'all got the rights. You all have the rights. The problem was, and this is where she failed to acknowledge, let's say the men kicked it off. So fucking what? Let's go back and just say, even though we all know back in the slavery days where the black woman was, she was in the white man's bed. Whether it was by force or whether it was by choice, you was in the white man's bed. And what did men do? Still took you in. Still took you back. Fresh up off of master's dick. Coming back to the cabin. Coming back to the slave shack. And what? Come on. Come on in. Yeah, I know you having his baby. Yep. Yeah, I know. I'm dark chocolate, but however, I'm dark chocolate, you dark chocolate. However, this baby is motherfucking vanilla. However, this baby is peanut butter. Where they do that at? I tell you where they do that at. In master's bedroom. Excuse me. So you talk about that. Let's just say that was out of your control. I get it. How about after slavery? Now, after slavery, man and woman, black man and a black woman was together. Thick as thieves, tight as two toes in a sock. Like a hand in glove, together like a motherfucker. Number one in marriage. Number one in family in having traditional families. Number one. But what happened? Y'all got y'all rights, and then you got that government check. And y'all said, fuck these niggas. That's what you did. That's where the cycle began that you're talking about, Selena. That's where shit went left, Selena. Because regardless of what may have happened before that, once y'all started being in the head of the household, that's when shit went left. Y'all kept fucking niggas and having babies by niggas, wasn't getting married, having side niggas babies, having all these niggas babies. All y'all was fucking the same men and having babies by them, and these niggas wasn't taking care of their kids, and y'all was steady having kids with them niggas, and that's what happened. You got that free check, and you shut the fuck up and moved on with it. And y'all started raising these bastards. You kept having them and you kept raising them. And the reason why I'm saying that is because you got women that got 4, 5, and 6 motherfucking kids by 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8 different niggas, and you ain't got no man in the house. But y'all got y'all rights. Y'all got y'all power. Women's liberation. Y'all can vote. But what did you do at the home? What did you do with the responsibility of being the head of the household? You fucked it off, and you took it as a moment for you to do nothing but pat yourself on the back, lift your own self up, do your own thing. It's your time. Y'all women too. We need our breaks. That's what you did. You could have said, fuck this. I'm not having no kids unless I'm married. Y'all could have said, fuck this. I'm not just going to let some ain't shit ass nigga get me pregnant and have a baby and hope that he step up to the plate and be a father. You didn't do none of that, did you? You kept fucking and sucking and popping out kids. That's what you did. That's what shit went left. That's when the cycle started, because them young girls y'all started raising, like your mama raised you, that's when you started repeating the cycle, because you ain't nothing but a product of your environment. The greater majority of people are nothing more than products of their environment. You got 100 families, and 100 families are nothing but dope dealers. 98% of them motherfuckers are gonna be what? Drug dealers. You might have one or two that might stray away. You might have 3 or 4 that might do something different, but the majority of them are gonna do what they're around. That's a fact. All of that, well, if the daddy had been there, point is the daddy wasn't there. He wasn't there in the beginning. He wasn't there when y'all was just fucking. So why would you want to have a baby with this motherfucker? Makes no sense.
And so
like
it's
the
just
point that you made about that. I feel like Black women have never really had the luxury to be feminine, to be
Yes.
soft, because a lot of us, Lisa, I know you had a really good relationship with your dad, and he was in your life, and a lot of us have not, and a lot of times, like, that's your first protector, right? So you out here in this world, no one's really protecting you. You don't have a big brother. You have to be like that to make it. You got white men making more money than you, white women, Asian men, Asian women, and then it's like you wonder why we like this. It's a tool of survival.
It wouldn't be a tool of survival if you didn't put yourself in that situation. It wouldn't be a tool of survival if you didn't put yourself in that situation. You know why I'm not a drug dealer? I'm going to tell you why I'm not a drug dealer. Because I have other tools as far as means to make money. I have other skill sets. That's why I'm not a drug dealer. That's why. When you don't have other tools in your tool belt, when you don't have other skill sets, you do what? Whatever you can to survive. Women, y'all Black women, y'all put yourself in survival positions because you don't do shit but use your fucking bodies to get the shit that you want. You have 2 and 3 and 4 kids, then you wait until you get 35 to go to school. You putting yourself in a position where you are surviving. I got to do this. I got to go strip because I got a son to feed. Bitch, you shouldn't have had the son if you didn't have a fucking career. The numbers show right now that Black women don't get married. So any young Black woman that goes and have a kid by a nigga that ain't married and hope that the nigga do right, you're a fucking fool. Because the numbers show that motherfucking niggas ain't gonna do right. So why do that? If you're gonna say, well, look, I know I don't want to have to survive. I don't want to have to strip. I don't want to have to lay up with this nigga that's going to beat my ass. I don't want to have to lay up with this nigga that's going to pimp me out. I don't want to have to lay up with this nigga that ain't going to do shit. Then don't have a kid, because that is what ties you down. That's what ties your hands. That's what forces you to do something you don't want to do. You take a woman and put her in the worst situation and the worst conditions possible, and she don't have no skills. She at least has her body that can take her to a place to where she can get food, clothing, and shelter. So why not use that body that you normally use for fun and fucking and Henny on a plan B on the weekend? Why not use that to get access to resources that can help you establish a career, as opposed to stripping, as opposed to being an Instagram model, as opposed to taking selfies with your ass sticking out and your tongue making kissy faces with 30 different fucking filters on your shit to make you look lighter and softer. Do y'all realize that these rough and tough Afro puff ass women, all they do is take pictures and put filters on to make themselves try to seem more feminine? How many selfies do you see where you see the woman with a motherfucking flower thing around her hair to make her look more feminine, and she got the kissy face? Or she have the big eyes, the big cartoon-like eyes, to try to seem more docile, to try to seem more feminine, to try to seem like they are more of a weaker vessel. How many times do you see that? Then when you see the bitch go live, she's smoking a blunt, thug clapping, talking about bruh, with her bra on, popping her motherfucking ass. You'll see that shit, and then you'll see a filter with the cat face. Then when they go live, bro, I don't get no fuck. Bro, bitch, y'all bitches don't know me. Y'all bitches get me fucked up out here. Bro, y'all got me fucked up. This ain't that. That's what you see.
The Bible too, right?
And you know what too, Claudia?
First of all, they took us, I was going to say, they took our dance from when they took us from Africa.
I was just about
because
to say that.
we celebrate life by dancing, and the movement is just movement of a feel good. They've taken that and made it something totally different and not artistic, because even in Jamaica, Jamaica know how to wind that thing, man.
Yes.
And it makes you go, whoa, how can I learn that? How can I?
It's because it's sexual. I don't know why motherfuckers act like Africans ain't fucking. I don't know why motherfuckers act like Africans don't like to fuck. Like, oh no, in Africa we don't do that. We don't use our dicks and our ass. We don't. No. We don't know about fucking like that. No. Everything we do is for the art of dance. It is to make us feel good. Motherfucker, it make a motherfucker feel good to see some ass popping in their face. That's why they do it. You take your ass to Jamaica, you see a motherfucker dirty winding, that shit looks enticing and looks good. That's why you like it. Because just like when you see them women dirty winding, throwing their hair and twerking their ass, you see them same Jamaican Dexter St. Jock niggas with their shirts off and they dreads hanging, doing this shit. And y'all women be right there talking about, yeah, girl, he rolling that shit. So don't try to front and make it seem like that African dance and Jamaican dance is just some artistic shit. It's suggestive dancing, period. It's ass popping, dick shaking, all that shit. Booty popping and grinding is to do what? Women want to feel a nigga's dick on their ass, in the crack of their ass, by their vagina. Women put their asses on niggas because they like the feeling of a nigga grabbing them by the waist and pumping their motherfucking ass. They like it. Men like to feel a woman's ass up on his dick. Women like to feel a nigga's dick up on their ass. That's why they do it. I don't give a fuck if your ass is in St. Louis or if you in fucking Zimbabwe. It's the same goddamn thing. The problem is that niggas are oversexed. That's all niggas want to do. That's all bitches want to do. All I want to do is pop my ass. All I want to do is show bitches what this dick do. Now, do you see motherfucking niggas overseas taking pictures with their shirts off trying to get these American bitches? You sure do. I had motherfucker on everything I love, and this is a straight up fact. Motherfucker went to Jamaica with my with some very close friends of mine. We married like a motherfucker. Our wives, beautiful. And you know what? Them Jamaican niggas, them niggas was out there trying to push up on our wives. And I had to tell them motherfuckers, hey homie, I ain't no motherfucking tourist nigga. Don't get fucked up. Because I know what them Jamaican niggas be on. Niggas are niggas. Whether you in Jamaica or whether your ass in Jackson, Mississippi, all niggas is trying to fuck. Plain and simple. Straight had to tell them niggas, hey nigga, I'm a nigga. I know y'all used to these white people. I know y'all used to these lame ass motherfuckers that got money that come over here. Well, I just so happen to be a hood nigga with some money. So yeah, I'm at this motherfucking 6-star motherfucking resort, nigga, and I done dropped the grip to be here, but don't think I'm no hoe ass nigga that's up here and you can push up on my woman. You will get fucked up. 12 deuce, wild hundreds style, nigga, all day long. 7-4 to the world blow up, nigga. There go my wife right there, facts. She know exactly what it was. Like, yeah, that nigga was looking at me. Yeah, that nigga was trying to push up. I know, because I know niggas. On Hoover head, nigga, I will whoop your ass. You will get fucked up real quick, nigga. Me and my boy Suge had already made up my mind. Hey, nigga, one of these niggas go too far. Just, hey, if I start swinging on a nigga, you know, nigga, you already know. I'm going to be right there on a nigga. Just swing, bro. You ain't got to tell me shit. Swing, nigga, and I know what time it is. You ain't got to be like, hey, B, I'm about to fuck this nigga. Don't even say it. All I got to do is see my boy reach back like that, and it's up. Ass whooping time. Might go to jail, but nigga, it's gonna be a story to tell. Man, these two niggas from Chicago stomped the fuck out of Dexter. What? You don't say, man. He got his ass beat, man. They beat him down. There was nothing left but a bumble clot. They called him a batty boy and they beat him down, man. You don't say. Yeah, man. The big black dude say he's giving him a 36 wing piece from Harold's, man. I don't even know what that is. But he got his ass beat, man. They beat him down to a bloody pulp, man. They gave him a proper dropper. I thought they was just going to give him a proper drop, but they gave him a whole dropper. That's just what I'm going to be saying, nigga. Mr. Lover, Lover. As soon as them niggas come up, Mr. Lover, Lover. Mr. Lover, Lover. I'm about to beat your ass one time. Nigga, you done talk this bullshit the last time. You fucked around and did too much shit. Now I'm gonna beat the fuck up at you, bitch. Here comes the boom. What? Here comes the boom. What? Here comes the boom. What? Here comes the boom. That's what was gonna go down. So don't make it seem like Africans only dance for the culture of Africans, which is my point. Don't make it seem like white man came and perverted African dance. No, it was suggestive dance. You popping your ass, you slanging your dick, that's what it is. Just like niggas who take the sweatpants challenge. I'm gonna take the sweat. I'm gonna put on some sweatpants that show my dick print. What you doing? You showing off your dick. For who? For women and gay niggas. That's it. That's all it is.
I be down. But now it got exploited in a way in which now we're like Bernie Mac said in Players Club. Now the white woman has said the best thing that anybody heard, pay me. You know?
It's funny how she referenced Players Club. You know why it's funny? Because you're talking about the white man that exploited black dance while you yourself played in a movie that was a stripper stripping in a black strip club. Yes, her biggest role, her biggest movie. You're talking about the white man who exploited black people. You're talking about how black men are failing black women, but you starred in a movie about a female who was a stripper. Fancy fucking that. I would tend to think, or as my brother Tommy would say, based on that logic, you exploited it yourself. You exploited the very same thing yourself. Yep, that's how that works.
I mean, and so it became more of a pay me type of a ritual of let me do this for everybody as a show. Now it's a showpiece. It's dancing is for show.
Yeah,
you know, and it's not for the art of it.
Sean Robbins says, bring back the adoration of Black women.
Yes.
And
yes. Here's my thing. You're right. You're right. You should bring back the adoration of Black women. Take your ass on Instagram and tell me, how can you adore that shit? How do you adore a bunch of bitches in bathrooms taking selfies, sticking out their ass and their lips? How do you adore literally a bunch of women that don't do anything but sell sex? That's what you would call a whore. Or, if they're doing it on a high level, a professional or a prostitute. That's what you would call that. Who adores whores? Who adores prostitutes? No one does. You just pay them. So whether you're getting a check from the government or whether you're getting a check from a trick, whores don't get adored. Adoration does not come from whoration, fornication, prostitution. I just made that up. I'm sorry. But you don't adore a whore. You don't. You won't. No one ever has.
And I've said this a lot of times that I think Black men and Black people forget. Hello, Mr. Man, Mr. Black man. We was getting beat and we were slaves equally. Like the
No, that's not true. You weren't getting treated equally. You was getting beat and you was getting fucked. And if you was getting fucked and if you was fucking well enough, you wasn't getting beat. That's why you was in the big, that's why it was more y'all in the big house than it was us. There was more Black women in the big house next to Massa and them than it was us. You might have one man in the house. And sometimes that man was a eunuch. That man didn't have a dick. They had his ass castrated. Balls cut off. So he didn't have no sexual desire. And even when the white woman would go and get her a bull, he wouldn't get to stay in the house. She'd come out to the shack and get fucked, or she'd bring him into the house and let her husband watch her get fucked, and they send his ass right back out to the shack, to the slave quarters. Meanwhile, Kizzy was getting fucked in the bathroom, in the kitchen, in the laundry room, in the living room, wherever the mistress wasn't, the woman of the house wasn't. That's where she was, getting fucked by Massa. Massa wasn't just saying, oh yeah, even if he go out, he wouldn't go to the slave quarters. He would go take her from the slave quarters to the shack, to the barn. Take her from the slave quarters to the big house. So no, it wasn't equal. Niggas was getting their back broke. Women, y'all was getting it easier because y'all was fucking. Whether it was willingly or by force, y'all was still fucking. You wasn't getting treated like queens and no shit like that, but it was easier for you. Plain and simple. Exactly, Dwight. They ain't gonna scar your ass and fuck your ass all up. Why? Because it's gonna be less appealing to them. I might whack your ass on the back a couple of times, but I ain't gonna fuck you up like I'll fuck up old Jasper here. I'm gonna treat Jasper like a really mule. But if there was a woman that was pretty enough or useful enough to be brought into the big house, that woman got better treatment and more preferential treatment than the man did. That's a fact. So y'all wasn't equal. We was getting beat too. Getting your back beat out, that was about it. That's all that was getting beat. Your pussy was getting beat up. That was about it that was getting beat. Your throat was getting beat up. But you weren't even close to getting beat like the male slaves were getting beat. How many pictures of women do you see hanging from trees? I'll wait. How many? Not to say that a black woman ain't never got lynched as a slave, but how many women were lynched? How many pictures do you see of women getting lynched? How many pictures do you see of Klansmen and white folks standing around and cheering and looking up and hanging females? You didn't see it. You know why? Because they'd rather fuck them than hang them. I'd rather whore this woman out and make money off of her that way, making her a comfort girl, as Django would say. I'd rather do that than I would to hang this black bitch. They wouldn't do that. So that's not true. Just think about it. I'm just telling you what I know. They were not hanging black women. They just weren't. Will some of them get their ass beat? Yes. Did a lot of them get raped? Absolutely. But they weren't getting tarred and feathered. They just weren't. Now, you got a black woman walking down the street at sundown. Chances are, some white boys roll up on a pickup truck or on a horse, she more than likely gonna get fucked. But shit, that probably happened to black boys too. Not as frequently, but I'm sure it did.
Massa didn't say, oh, she a woman, so I'm not going to beat her.
That's exactly what Massa said. You're wrong, Selena.
We were beat the same. We were sold the same. Nope. We were separated from our kids the same.
Nope.
So I get sick of men acting like they're the only black.
Here's another fact. When you go and you look back, and you can research this yourself, when you look back and you look at the breeding farms, because a lot of people don't know this. Let me educate y'all real quick. A lot of people don't know this, but slavery from the triangle slave, the Trail of Tears, where they went, got the niggas from Africa, brought the niggas over here to the islands, and then brought the niggas to the States. That triangle, the slave trade triangle, they only did that for so many years, for only a few years. And they stopped it. And you know what they did? They said, well, look, here's what we'll do. We have enough cattle. We'll breed our own. We'll breed our own. So they had what were called breeding farms. And literally, that's exactly what it was. They were breeding farms. All it was, you had your biggest, strongest bucks or black men, and then you had your biggest, strongest black women, and they had children. They made them fuck. They made that dude fuck her. They had kids, and the kids, if they weren't taken, they were made to stay with the women. The children were literally, for the most part, left with the women if they weren't sold. That's a fact. That's what they did. That's how it went down. They raised them. They breastfed them. Just like the black women or the mammies were breastfeeding the white women's children, they were breastfeeding their children and the other children that were left with them. They left the women to be the caretakers. Why? Because the men were more valuable than the women were when it came to saying, hey, I can sell this 6 foot, 200 pound solid muscle nigga. I can sell him. I can get more for him from selling him, even though I've had him impregnate 6 women. I can use them seeds later, but I can sell him off now and get more money for him than I can by keeping him here. So that's one of the ways how the families got separated, because they didn't have that man just stay there and just live his days out. No, they sold the motherfucker. The male slave was more valuable than the female slave, the bigger and the stronger that they were. So, Selena, I'm sorry, but you wrong again.
Men acting like they're the only ones that's going through it and the world is bad to them. Black women are almost like on the bottom of the bottom. As far as how they view us, we also had to suffer the same trauma that black men are dealing with as well, and the fact that we're women too. And I think that black men could do a better job at nurturing us, because that's where it could start. You know what I'm saying?
Actually, that's not where it could start, because black men aren't single mothers. They're not the ones in the homes with the children. So that's not where it would start. You can't have a 30-year-old man now begin to nurture women. Nope. It's going to start with the women choosing better men. It's going to start with the women not being single mothers. That's where the nurturing starts. Because yes, if you have a father who is with a woman in the home, married, day one, raising their kid, yes, that will be a better child. Yes, that kid will be more well-balanced. Yes, that kid will be more successful. There are numbers and statistics from here to the end of the country that will prove it. That kid is less likely to go to jail. That kid is less likely to be a problem in school. That kid is less likely to commit suicide. All of the negative things that we have going on in our community, that kid, you lessen that dramatically, or should I say drastically, by just doing that one particular thing, choosing better fathers, choosing better men to be fathers. Not picking the hood nigga that's selling the dope out the trap house and then hoping he do right. That's stupid as fuck. So no, you can't get a motherfucker that hasn't been nurtured to be a nurturer. It don't work that way. The niggas y'all been raising to be motherfucking bed hoppers. The niggas y'all been raising to be these pimps and these players and these playboys and got all the girls at them, girl. Them niggas don't automatically just turn on and be nurturers. That's what the fuck y'all supposed to be. If you wasn't so busy trying to be like men, trying to be like niggas, y'all the first teachers. If you wasn't so busy doing that shit, y'all would be the nurturers, nurturing the young women and the young men, so when they come up, they would then be able to repeat the cycle because they've grown up in that what? Environment. Aha.
If they uplifted us more.
What the fuck does uplift mean? Give you what the fuck you want? Do what the fuck you say? That's what they equate uplift to. When they say uplift, most of the time when you have a woman say we need to be uplifted and protected, basically what they saying is we want a motherfucker to do what the fuck we say the way we say it and to give us what the fuck we ask for. In spite of all of our fucking ratchet behavior, in spite of all of the fuck shit that we do, in spite of all of the bullshit that we say, in spite of all of the fucked up ways that we treat y'all, uplift us and protect us by pretty much being our fucking subjects. Uplift us by doing whatever the fuck we tell you. uplift us by giving us complete access and complete autonomy to all of your resources. That's what they think uplifting is.
Then what they do, then maybe we wouldn't be all up in the TV screen with our asses and shit shaking and shit, because they be right in the screen. Yeah, girl, you doing it. Oh, I like that. They right in there talking about how wonderful it is and how great it is, and hyping up that.
And you know what? You're right. Here's the thing. The women wouldn't do it if they had fathers. Because they wouldn't need to be uplifted, because they daddy do that. They wouldn't need to be told they're beautiful, because they daddy do that. They wouldn't need to be told that they're pretty, because they daddy do that. They wouldn't need to say that their coarse hair is beautiful. They wouldn't need somebody to put weave in it, because they daddy told them it's beautiful. They wouldn't need some man to show them love and to uplift them, because they need to be uplifted and nurtured if they daddy was there. Because that's what daddy do. I tell my daughter her hair is beautiful. I tell her that she is beautiful. I tell her that she is the greatest thing I ever created. I tell her, who loves you, baby? And you know what she say? You do. Because I'm her daddy. She see me every day. When she go to bed, I'm here. When she wake up, I'm here. That's the difference. That's what she needs. That's what kids need. They don't need niggas on the internet telling them that they fine, shawty. You know why women like that shit? Because that's all they have. If I don't give you shit to eat but fucking crackers, you know what? You're gonna like crackers. If you don't have shit to eat but Top Ramen noodles, you know what? You're gonna fucking like Top Ramen noodles. That's gonna be your preference of meal. If I ain't fed you shit but Hamburger Helper, you know what your favorite fucking meal is gonna be? Hamburger Helper. Because that's all the fuck you've had. If I don't give you shit but USDA grade A steak, motherfucker, you can't appreciate Wagyu aged beef. You can't appreciate it. You don't know what the fuck it is. You've never had it before. You have no idea that there is a better cut of meat. There is a better brand of steak available because you've never had it. It's never been shown to you. You've never seen it before. You've never tasted it. Until you've tasted a dry aged Wagyu beef steak, you don't know shit about it and you don't have a fucking craving for it. You don't have an expectation of it. I don't buy USDA grade A beef. I don't. I buy Angus. That's it. Because I've seen it, I've had it, I've experienced other shit. I've been exposed to it. It's been a part of my environment. So therefore, I have a higher expectation when it comes to steak. I'd rather cook a steak at home in my house than to go to fucking Outback. I don't go to Outback. Why? Because I prefer a better steak. My expectations for steak are on a high level. When you have your expectations for how you raise your children on a higher level, you have better outcomes. You have a higher output. You have a higher quality of life. When you live in hood shit and hood life, you get hood results. When you live in ghetto, you get ghetto results. When you keeping it real, you get keeping it real results. Exactly. Motherfuckers don't know shit about Gibsons. Do you realize that there are people in Chicago that live in the projects that ain't never been to the lakefront and the shit is a mile away from them? Because all they've known is the projects, the buildings. They can tell you all about them buildings, who live where, who, where, what buildings got the holes in the walls that connect the apartments. They can tell you all that shit, but they can't tell you where the fuck the lakefront is and why they don't go down there, because they've never seen it. This motherfuckers that live in the projects and they never been to the motherfucking the inner city. They ain't been to downtown Chicago because nobody ever even thought to take them. That's it. That's why. So you can't uplift a motherfucker that don't know shit about uplifting. You can't expect me to uplift somebody when I ain't been uplifted my goddamn self.
Do y'all think black men are failing? Do you think black men are failing black women when it comes to protecting us?
Yep.
I know it's a very big statement, a big question.
I do. I think there are good black men out there. I think it's, case by case, but as a whole, I absolutely do. And it's not because they choose other races. That's not the reason. I think that we are a mirror of them, of their pain. We are a reflection of their pain. And I think
that shit don't even make sense, because here's the facts. Here's the truth. You would not have to worry about black men protecting black women if you black women had children with stable men. But y'all too busy chasing bad boys. Y'all too busy fucking your girl's man. Y'all too busy having babies by the same niggas. That's why ain't nobody there to protect yourself. That's why ain't nobody there to protect your children. That's why those kids, do you realize that most motherfucking women, when they have kids at a young age, when they have children by a man, usually within the first 6 months to that year, most of the time that bitch ain't even with that nigga no more. So now, most of the time when you see niggas on Facebook with they bitch, they got a kid, that kid ain't even theirs. Most women, most of these young girls, and I'm talking from the ages of 15 to 25, most of these bitches that got children are with a nigga whose kid that they ain't got a kid by them. Or they got a kid by them and another nigga. Y'all steady having motherfucking kids with these ain't shit niggas, but y'all want to be protected. When was the last time an ain't shit nigga protected his woman? Show me that. Show me when there was a time when ain't shit niggas protected black women. Show me. Tell me when. Show me the blueprint. Before women got rights? After women got their rights? Show me a time when that shit happened. It didn't. It didn't. Exactly. It's usually over by the second trimester. By the time that bitch has that baby, by that ain't shit nigga that she fucking around with, she don't want to be with that nigga, or that nigga don't want to be with her, and they broke up. And then it becomes, just take care of your kid. Or I'm just going to take care of my kid. My kid ain't going to want for shit though. You pick the nigga to have a baby with, and you're cool with accepting the fact that, well, as long as we co-parent, we straight. Y'all motherfucking women will have a baby by a nigga before you move in with a nigga. Y'all will have a baby by a nigga before you marry a nigga. Y'all will have a baby by a nigga before you meet a motherfucker's family. I hate his mama, and we don't get along, but I'm going to have his kid. Why? Why would you do some stupid shit like that? You don't get along with their mama. You don't get along with his family. You can't stand his sister, but you gonna have his fucking kid and be tied to this nigga for the rest of his life. For the rest of your kid's life. Because he got some good dick. Because he got some dope money. But you want that same motherfucker to uplift you and protect you. The fuck out my face on the internet.
Because black men have low self-esteem in a lot of areas.
Black men have low self-esteem, not even close to comparing to the low self-esteem that black women have. All these black women do is tear down each other and talk shit about anybody or anything that goes against what the fuck they want or what the fuck they want to do. Facts. Black women are the most putting on a face, putting on a show, playing the fucking role, being some shit that they really ain't motherfuckers on the face of the earth. Black women are literally fucking clowns. You get up every day, put on a face that ain't yours, put on hair that ain't yours, put on a wig that ain't yours, put on eyes that ain't yours, put on eyebrows that ain't yours, put on a skin tone that ain't yours, put on filters that ain't yours, put on clothes that ain't yours, and then you say you want a real nigga. You put on a fucking show every day. Y'all ain't nothing but performers. Then when you see them walking around with these bonnets and shit on, these stretch pants and fucking slides, that ain't shit but catching them backstage before the show. Because when it's Friday and it's time to go to the club or it's time to go to the house party, then they put on their face and put on all this shit, take a bunch of pictures in the bathrooms of the nightclubs and post them shits on live, or they go live with their bra and panties on in their house or in a fucking hotel, ain't selling shit but their bodies, and that's it.
And they feel like they can't satisfy us like we should, mentally, emotionally, physically, spiritually. I think they give up on us.
Spiritually? Boy, get the fuck out of here. She really just saying some shit.
Because they choose other races. That's not the reason. I think that we are a mirror of them, of their pain. We are a reflection of their pain. And
you not a mirror because y'all don't act like us. Y'all are worse. Y'all are worse. Black men want to be fathers. Black men want to take care of their kids. Y'all the motherfuckers that only let motherfuckers be with their kids and be fathers to their children at a cost. We got to pay. When the fuck do black men take black women to court for child support? That's not a reflection of us. When do black men say, yeah, you can be around your kid, but you can't do this or you got to do that? When do you see black men doing that? When was the last time you seen a black woman going live talking about my kid's father won't let me see my son? When was the last time you seen a motherfucker on Instagram talking about my baby daddy won't let me see or spend no time with my kid, with my daughter? When was the last time you seen that? You don't see it. Show me the video where you see a black woman talking about I can't be with my kids because this nigga tripping. But I ask you this. How many times have you seen a black woman with her kid and another nigga and the nigga kill the kid? How many times have you seen a black woman with an ain't shit nigga and the nigga beat the kid? How many times have you seen an ain't shit woman with an ain't shit nigga and they kill the kid, beat her ass, kill her, and kill the kid, and kill the grandmama? How many times you see that shit? How many times do you see the nigga, the black woman with the kid, with the new nigga, and the new nigga fucking the kid? How many times do you see the black woman with the teenage daughter that's pregnant by her new side nigga, by her new nigga? How many times you see that shit? How many times do you see the motherfucking black woman with the kid and the stepdaddy is molesting the son? The stepdaddy is raping the son. How many times you see that shit? How many times do you see the black woman with the kid on Facebook Live, on Instagram, beating the girl's ass because she popping her ass just like she seen her mama pop her ass. How many times have you seen that? How many times have you seen the black woman on Facebook Live, on Instagram, talking about how she about to beat her kid's ass, how she gonna fuck her daughter up because her daughter out here fast acting like a hoe? Because her daughter ain't washed her ass. And I'm gonna show it on live. Fuck me correcting my kid and putting my kid on the right path in the privacy of my own home. Nope. I want everybody to laugh and big me up and give me likes while I whoop the shit out of my kid on Facebook. How many times have you seen that shit?
I think because black men have low self-esteem in a lot of areas, and they feel like they can't satisfy us like we should, mentally, emotionally, physically, spiritually. I think they give up on us because we demand their greatness. We demand the best.
How do you demand greatness and you don't exude greatness your goddamn self? How many great black women do you know? How many great black women do you see on Facebook? How many great black women do you see on Instagram? Do you see more great black women on Instagram, or do you see more Instagram models? What the fuck is greatness in a motherfucking black woman or a black man anyway? How do you quantify that? You see what I mean? Motherfuckers just be saying shit. I'm just gonna say something that sounds good. The greatness that we expect from them. What the fuck is that? Responsibility? That ain't greatness. Accountability? That's not greatness. Why don't you have an expectation of responsibility and accountability for black men? You know why? Because you don't have it for your goddamn self. You don't hold yourself accountable, and you don't hold yourself responsible for your actions. You blame that shit on everything else. These hoes took the simple statement or the question of saying, are black men failing black women? They took that shit all the way back to slavery. And then I debunked all of that fuck shit that they tried to say, and look at it today. What the fuck does the slavery from back in the 1800s got to do with a motherfucker twerking on Instagram today?
Do they ride harder for their friends, for each other, than they do?
I don't know.
That's a good statement.
Vivica, I want to bring you.
That
in.
is,
Because we had a reaction.
I mean, I wish that sometimes with men that they'd work as hard having good relationships with women as they do with their boys.
You know why we don't? Do you know why we don't? Because y'all don't teach us the shit. Because y'all don't teach young boys how to treat women. Y'all treat y'all sons how to fuck women and do whatever the fuck they want to do. Y'all don't raise young men. Y'all don't raise these boys to do the right thing and to be responsible and to hold themselves accountable when it comes to these women. Y'all don't. Because y'all so fucking selfish that y'all didn't have it. So now y'all don't want no other young girl to have it. Y'all want that little motherfucking boy to be loyal and to be a resource for you forever until you bitches die. That's what you raise your sons to be. A resource for you. You can go out and sell drugs for me and give me the money. You can go out and dribble a basketball. And as long as you give me the money, you can go out and throw a football, or you can be a running back. As long as you give me the money, you can swing a baseball bat. As long as you come back and bring me the money. You can grab a microphone and jump on stage, sing, dance, and rap, as long as you bring me back the money. Long as I can say that's my son. That's how you raise your boys. That's why those boys don't grow up trying to have relationships with women, because y'all teach them just fuck them and use them. I'm your mama. I'm your ride or die. I'm the one you stay with. I'm the one you take care of. I'm going to give you everything, and you going to give me everything. We got each other. I got your back. I'm your mama. You don't teach a boy to stand on his own. You don't teach a boy to go out and to be a man and to build and to create. You know why? Because you ain't did the shit. That's why. They don't know how to do the shit because they learned that from their fathers. And because you don't want to be alone, you will cripple your son and make him totally dependent upon your ass. You will totally make him a fucking coward. You will make him a lazy fuck so he's dependent on you. So you'll have power over him. Because the more he needs you, the more control you have over him. The more he don't know how to wash his own clothes, you got power over him. The more he don't know how to cook in the kitchen, you got power over him. The more he don't know how to iron his clothes, how to clean his house, how to take care of himself, how to take care of a motherfucking house, how to take care of an apartment, how to take care of a car, how to fix a fucking flat and change a tire, you got more power than him. That's why. You know why boys will hang out with their homies and hang out with their boys? You know why? Because it's their boys that'll fight with them. It's their boys that will motherfucking challenge them. It's their boys that will talk about their ass that they ain't doing what the fuck they supposed to be doing. It's their boys that will help them, that will be there for them when they do want to learn some shit, when they do want to do some different shit, when they do want to get better at this or get better at that. That's why they hang with their boys. Because when they on the football team or they on the basketball team, they learn camaraderie. They learn how to be a teammate. They learn how to be a part of something that is bigger than themselves. So they gravitate towards it because that's in their nature.
Yeah. Okay. And I want to be clear to anyone that's watching this. This is not a male bashing segment.
No.
The fuck it ain't.
We just keeping it real.
Not at all.
You see what I said in the beginning? When a motherfucker dissing your ass and say they ain't dissing you, but they steady dissing you. This ain't a male bashing session, but the question is, are black men failing black women? It is what it is. And I'm not saying that the conversation shouldn't be had, but at least put some truth with the shit. At least have a truthful conversation about it. At least discuss not only what the current state of affairs are, but at least establish why we're there and how do we fix it. Because you know why that shit ain't gonna happen? Because there's an accountability and responsibility of this particular group that doesn't want to be, that don't want to step up and accept it.
We all love men, okay?
Yeah,
absolutely. We have to have these conversations to start coming together because we're not together right now, right? We're like on two different pages.
That's the truth.
And
it's just the truth.
We're like riding for each other and
Here's the truth. If you really wanted to have the conversation, if you really wanted to have the discussion, if you really wanted to talk about this and to come together, don't you think it would have made just a little bit of sense to actually have the very same people that you're talking about a part of the conversation? But I'll just leave that right there for a second. If the question is, are black men failing black women? Don't you think that you would have both groups that you're talking about or that you're posing the question to? Don't you think it would make sense to have them both represented? If it's just about having a conversation, if we're not bashing because we love black men, well, where the fuck are they? Exactly, Nelson. Checkmate. And not one of these 4 motherfuckers that's up here ever said it. We should have had 4 black men up here. 3 black men up here. 2 black men up here. Vivica Fox ain't said shit. Neither has Lisa Ray. You could have took either one of them motherfuckers out and at least had 1 black man up there. Get you a Tommy Sotomayor up there. Get you a relationship rehab up there. Get somebody up there who can actually speak to the shit y'all talking about and gonna challenge y'all on the shit with some fucking facts and some fucking logic and some truth, as opposed to just saying, we ain't talking about y'all, but it's the truth. We just talking the truth all the while you lying. And that's exactly why I say what I say. Get the fuck out my face on the internet. Because you ain't doing nothing but talking shit. Trying to make yourselves feel better by blaming this other group that ain't even being represented in your fucking conversation. If y'all was so righteous and so on point, y'all would have had some black men on there to hold accountable and to say, hey, here's where we at. What the fuck is up? Why is it like this? But you know what? It's easier when all four of y'all can just sit back on y'all living room couches and in y'all offices and in y'all powder rooms and just talk the shit that y'all talking and not be challenged. Which is why I'm doing this shit already right now on this here night into the morning.
Like really protecting each other. Like when you see a little girl that's being turned out, don't call her a hoe. Figure out what's going on with her. What happened to this little girl? That could be your daughter.
Yeah. Here's what you do. You go find her single mama and you ask that bitch what's going on. That's what y'all should be doing. Because you don't see no black women going to these young gang members, these young ass motherfucking Thundercats on the corner. You don't see nobody going to challenge and talk to them. What happened to you, Devontae? Devontae, why are you out here representing the BDs? Trayvon, why are you out here representing the Crips? You know what y'all do? Y'all call them some little thugs. Or you fuck them and say, I got some thug dick. That's what y'all do. So don't make it seem like black men should be the ones out here trying to save all these Tatianas that's out here popping their ass and ain't doing shit because they being raised by y'all single motherfucking bitches. Because half of you motherfuckers that done had these single kids, these kids being single parents, you shouldn't have had them in the first fucking place. Well, I don't believe in abortion. Well, believe in a plan B, bitch. Why would I put my kid that I'm not with the father, why would I put my kid in that position to where they gonna live in a fucked up environment, in a poor fucking neighborhood, in a poor fucking set of circumstances to where they're more likely going to be turned out on the streets? Why would I do that if I care about myself and my seed? Or the seed that is planted in me? Why would I have a baby by a nigga that's in jail, locked up for murder? Why would I have that motherfucker's kid or the nigga I know that's gangbanging that's gonna probably wind up dead or in jail, if not one or the other or both in that order? Why would I do that? And then be a single mama. I'm gonna be strong, get this government check, give me some Section 8, get me some WIC, get me some food stamps, and I'm gonna live my life. I got us, God got us, because y'all don't know my story. Why would I do that? When I know there's a good chance she gonna get turned out. When I know the next nigga I fuck might fuck her. When I know her uncle might fuck her. When I know that the nigga that I met 2 weeks ago, but then let come live with me because he ain't had no place to go, he might fuck her. Why would I do that? Because I don't give a shit, because it's all about me and how I feel. Thug dick make me feel good. This ain't shit nigga make me feel good because I'm doing better than him. And after, even though he might beat my ass every other month, he still made me feel good when he dropped that dick off in me. I ain't by myself. This nigga ain't got no job, so I know he'll stay home, even though he playing motherfucking SOCOM. Even though he playing Call of Duty all day. I at least know where he at. and he can watch my kid while I'm gone. He might kill him, but I take that chance. Because I'm mad at his daddy because his daddy fucked my best friend. His daddy fucked my sister.
Right.
Like, we got to be more like that, not like laughing at it. And we need more of a community feel with us.
The very fact that African American. Oh, go on here, Lisa. Lisa, right?
Well, you were talking before me, so go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say real quickly, the very concept of trafficking and the fact that black men traffic black women, bad to them. That's a food.
Yeah.
Trafficking is black men's fault now. Okay, I'll take that. How about this? How many women, how many young girls are being trafficked that are being raised by a two-parent household? I'll wait. How many young girls are being sex trafficked that have mamas and daddies at home that are married, living together in the same house? Tell me that. Can somebody find out that number? Can somebody tell me how many fathers are out here looking for their daughters that are being trafficked because they got stolen or because they ran away and it's their kid? That's bullshit. Do you see what I mean by how she's just going to all extent to try to blame that shit? So black men are failing black women because black girls are being trafficked, are being trafficked in the world. White girls are being trafficked, so that's white men's fault too, huh? Okay. Most girls that are being trafficked, that are caught up in sex trafficking, most of them are runaways. Most of them are sexually abused. Most of them have been kicked out of the houses by their mamas. Most of them come from single parent households. Most of them come from being raised by single mothers. That's a fact. What the fuck is we talking about? There are numbers that prove motherfuckers that are raised by both parents in the same household are more than likely not to become a part of being strippers or being prostitutes or being streetwalkers or hookers or strung out. The numbers prove it.
Yeah, I was going to piggyback off of that because I was going to say really what it is that our men are not being held accountable for what it says back in the Bible days is that when a man finds a wife, he is to find a good thing. Yes. And so
who's in church, y'all? Who go to church more? Black men or black women? Black women, for those of you who may not know. So who would you think would be the most virtuous if we all Christians and we living by the Bible? We would think that black women would be the most virtuous, right? The Christian black woman would be the more virtuous one, would be the most Christ-like individual. Tell me where there's Christ in Instagram. Show me Christ in the butt first selfie. Show me Christ in the tongue out selfie. Show me Christ-like in premarital sex. Show me the Christ-like when it comes to having children before being married. If these women were in church and Christ-like, they would be getting married before they have children. So how the fuck is this statement even valid or even relevant to what the fuck they talking about when the people who are in church the most are the ones that are following Christ the least? At least most black men are saying fuck church altogether, and I ain't even going. But she's trying to now put the fact that black men ain't following the laws of the Bible when there's more black women in church than there are black men, and them bitches ain't following the Bible, and they're raising the children who aren't following the Bible. Are you fucking kidding me? And no disrespect to Lisa Ray, Claudia Jordan, Selena Johnson, and Vivica Fox, but this has pretty much just become a bunch of hoes talking shit. But no disrespect, just truth. Because I bet you these motherfuckers that's up here that done had kids, I bet you they done been a single parent at one time or another. Show me which one of these motherfuckers done had a shorty and done had kids and still with their motherfucking daddy or got married.
He is the leader. He is the king. He is the provider. But if you come to us and you're not that, then you're forcing us to take on what you were supposed to take on in the beginning.
So why would you have a kid with that person? You might just like that nigga. You might enjoy his company. He might make you laugh. He might make your toes curl and make your pussy quiver. Why would you have a kid with a man who don't have the very thing you're expecting for them to have? Because he can't give it to him if he ain't got it. How can you have that expectation of this man, see that man don't have it, but yet and still you have a child or children with that man or niggas that's worse than, just like that, or I mean just like him or worse, and you still have their children? What the fuck you think you gonna raise? I don't know if Selena Johnson was married or not, but I'm pretty sure Selena Johnson got to have a kid. I know that motherfucker got to have a kid. That bitch from Chicago. I know that bitch didn't have a kid. I know she got one.
Therefore, there's a wedge automatically in the relationship. Yep. So
Yep.
he's trying to play catch up. And so what we do, because our men are catching up, we actually allow him to bring other things and fold other things into the relationship to us.
Whose fault is that? Yeah, she might be married now, but I bet you if she got kids, I bet you they ain't by the same nigga. I bet. I'ma bet money. I'd be willing to place a bet. Now, I don't know, but Google the shit. I bet money she already on a second husband. I bet money if she got kids that they all ain't by the nigga she with today. Google the shit and find out. But getting back to this point, why would you allow a nigga to bring some fuck shit into your relationship? And you the strong black woman. That would show a bit of weakness now, wouldn't you think? That would show that you aren't fit to lead now, wouldn't you think? That would show that you're pretty much not equipped to be able to be the head of this household, you think? If you allow a motherfucker that's less than and don't meet your expectations, bring in a bunch of outside fuck shit into the very relationship that you're trying to build a life with this motherfucker with, why would you allow him to do that? That would show that you're not equipped to do the very thing you expected him to do. Just saying.
Accommodate him to help offset some of the things. Meaning, to me, I've always said, if I'm not enough for you in the bedroom in a relationship, then you need to go ahead and do that then. Because we're not going to double dip. We're not going to, you know what I mean? Like, I'm enough. I am enough. But if you're bored with something, well, then let's talk about why you're bored.
And let me say this. I'm not here to just bash these women, as they would be saying if they watching this. I'm not here to do that. Because at the end of the day, each one of these women that's up here, they got more and have amassed more than the average black woman has. The problem is, y'all picking fucked up niggas. Y'all picking ain't shit dudes. And y'all actually got shit. And you know why y'all picking fucked up dudes? You know why y'all picking ain't shit niggas? Because you don't have your daddies in your life. Because your daddies probably weren't good examples for y'all. Which means that y'all mamas pick ain't shit niggas or subpar men to be fathers to their children. So it's good that Elisa Ray don't have any kid. Well, no, she do got a kid. She got a daughter. I don't know about Claudia Jordan or Vivica. I don't think Vivica got any kids. But that goes to show. And that kid's daughter and Lisa Ray's daughter's father ain't in her motherfucker. Like, she ain't married to that nigga. That lets you know, and what it gets to, my whole point is this. The dysfunction in the black community, in the black family, it all starts from the women picking the men that they have children with. Not picking the niggas they fucking, not picking the niggas that they dating, not picking the niggas that they trying out. I'm talking about the niggas that they're picking to have children with. Because they're not married. They're not established. They're not building a life together. They're not. They just fucking niggas and getting pregnant and having the kid. Hoping the nigga do right.
To me, the option to be able to make that up, to learn some new tricks, to do some other things, so you're not for it. But let's find that in each other. Because I feel like if you start doing it in your relationship and bringing in other people, then that means you bringing in more havoc to be able to have to iron out.
But a nigga gotta come into your life and deal with your kid from another marriage, your kid from another nigga, gotta deal with your kid from another nigga, gotta deal with his kids from another bitch, gotta deal with her kids from another nigga. Y'all all don't see where this shit is getting to. Y'all having kids with motherfuckers that y'all don't need to have kids with because you don't have anything built with them. And then y'all women that are so-called successful because you got your careers, you don't know how to have a good man in your life that you can submit to. You know why? Because you too busy submitting to the producer. You too busy submitting to the motherfucking government. You too busy submitting to your boss at your job. Y'all will submit to them, but you won't submit to that man that will take care of your ass and lay his life down for your ass and marry you and stay with you because that nigga's lame. Y'all will submit to Hollywood, but you won't submit to the motherfucking the dude that's a motherfucking engineer in high school, the geek dude that y'all see. Y'all won't submit to him because he ain't cool. I need a man with some swag. Fuck that. I need a nigga that's a little rough around the edges. You'll submit to that though. I need me a good old-fashioned ain't shit nigga to submit to and hope he do right.
And it becomes too much. When I hear men, brothers say they got with a white woman because they'll do anything. They're freaky. I'm like, if that black woman feels comfortable with you as her leader, her king, her the man that she feels comfortable with, you can get all of that.
Why? Why do I have to motherfucking work the Rubik's Cube and decode the fucking Matrix just to get pleased? Do you see their mentality? You gonna make a nigga jump through 35 fucking hoops, but then you get mad when he go with a white woman who don't make him jump through none. Why do niggas always have to fight with black bitches? Why is it always a fucking war? Y'all try to make it seem like that shit is cute. I'm a challenge. That shit ain't cute. Men, niggas, especially black men, we got too much shit to fight for and to fight against out in the world then to have to come home to fight with your ass because you just like to fight for the sake of fucking fighting. Do you understand how fucking stupid that is? Y'all make niggas fight just for the sake of fucking fighting because you so fucking dysfunctional, you don't know how to relate to and how to even be around male energy. You don't know how to take care of and cater to a man because you so busy trying to show your other single fucking friends that you ain't no weak bitch. You so busy trying to stunt for your friends that ain't got no men, for your mamas and your aunties that ain't got no niggas, ain't got nothing but dicks that come by and fuck and leave. That's who you trying to really stunt for when you could be taking care of and supporting and catering to a man that would do just the same. But no, I gotta come home and fight you too, bitch. I gotta come home and argue with your ass. I gotta hear you talk shit about me, about everybody else around you, about how everybody talks shit to you and about you. I gotta hear that shit too. Then when I do want some freaky shit, I gotta hear a bunch of no's. I ain't never did that. But the minute you get a nigga that come from fresh off the motherfucking basketball court, or you'll do whatever the fuck he want. You'll fuck him, his friend, his girlfriend, and his other side bitches. You'll do all that shit. Then it be on motherfucking TV 10 years later doing some Lifetime motherfucking reality show talking about how you gave him everything. But the young nigga that was the engineer in school, you wouldn't get that shit to him because he lame. But the nigga you know that got all the bitches want to fuck him, and you know the nigga gonna be out on the road for half the goddamn year, that's who you want to give everything to and do everything for. Then when he treats you wrong, because there's 30 other thousand bitches doing the same thing you trying to do, then now you black men ain't shit and they ain't taking care of black women. They failing black women. Come on, man.
Yes,
And
yes.
I think that's such a cop-out. Now, we got a viewer a question from Lavania 1971. He says, okay, so can y'all take direction from a black man from a place of love without getting defensive? Ladies, we do this. We get defensive.
Listen. I want to start answering that first. This is my thing, though. It comes from who's giving directions.
Mm-hmm.
She just fucking proved my point. She just proved my point. And that right there is the difference between black women, white women, Asian women, Hispanic women. That is the difference. Do you see what that bitch just said? Wait, it depends on who's giving it. You know what white people, Hispanic people, and Asian people, you know what those men teach their daughters? You respect and you obey your husband because he's your husband. Don't matter. It depends on if it's D Wade or if it's D Johnson. Cause I do it if it's D Wade, but if it's D Johnson, that nigga ain't shit. That nigga work at Applebee's. That's why it's fucked up. That's why we're fucked up. That's why our children are fucked up. Because of that right there. Bitch don't understand the position of authority as opposed to who the person is shouldn't matter. The fact that that person is in that leadership position should be the only thing that you need. Because if you know what the fuck you doing, you gonna pick the right man to be the head of your motherfucking household.
If you're someone that I respect, and if I was in a relationship with you as my man, absolutely.
Why would you not be with somebody that you don't respect? That you respect. Why would you be with somebody that you don't respect? You know why? Because you like being just like what's the bitch on Insecure? You like your whole phase. That's why you with motherfuckers you don't respect. Because you gotta go through your whole phase where I'm just taking random dicks, girl. I'm just trying to see what's out there. So you wind up being with niggas you don't respect. You wind up being with niggas that can just buy you some shit. You wind up being with niggas that treat you like shit. but got good dick. You like being with niggas that will buy you shit that ain't got no good dick, but you don't respect them, but you need them because you want to use them because they'll take care of the money part while this nigga take care of the sex part, and we just put a nigga together. Yeah, that makes sense. Let's see how that works out. That is the problem. Got your ass again. My husband should be my husband. My wife should be my wife. My mother is my mother. My father is my father. Don't matter what the fuck if I got respect for them or not, because I have respect for them because of who they are. Period. Because your boss at work, you got respect for that motherfucker, don't you? Hey, Big Mo, turn your TV off when you go to bed. Set the sleep timer on your TV, then you won't get woke up to me yelling and screaming. Shout out to my boy Big Mo. That's the difference. Other races teach their daughters to do just that. I'm your daddy. Don't give a fuck what you talking about, whether I'm a goddamn window washer or if I'm a motherfucking Fortune 500 executive. I'm your father. That's it.
I'm going to give you respect. I want you to be the man of the house. However, if you are not behaving as the man of the house, and I, as the woman, am carrying the majority of the load, the respect goes where? Out the window.
Why would you be with somebody like that? You understand what they don't even understand what the fuck they're saying. Why would you be with somebody that isn't carrying the load? What the fuck does the load mean? I can tell you what the load means. The two things that these black women give a fuck about: dick and money. A black woman will fuck you over for those two things. I hate to say it, but it's the fucking truth. They will fuck you over and leave your ass high and dry no matter what the situation is. More money, bigger dick, I'm out. No money, bigger dick, I'm out. Smaller dick, but more money, I'm out. No dick, but money, I'm out. No money, good dick, I'm gone. Because that's what they've been taught to value, because that's what you need to survive. And that's how black women have been raising and been getting raised for years. Just survive, girl. Do what you got to do to survive. A woman should never be broke as long as she got a wet pussy. How many times have you women heard that? Long as you got a wet pussy, you should never be broke, girl. Your purse should never be empty as long as your pussy get wet. There are women that will tell young girls that. So that's what they value. Do whatever it is to make sure I got enough money. Fuck the fact that this dude is responsible. Fuck the fact that this dude is loving. Fuck the fact that this dude will take care of his children. Fuck the fact that this dude will teach his children to do the right things. Fuck the fact that this dude will teach their children how to grow up and build their own. Fuck the fact that this man will teach their children how to be responsible and accountable. Fuck the fact that this dude will teach their children how to be loyal. Fuck all that. This nigga can get me red bottoms, and this nigga can make me come 4 times. That's what the fuck I want, and that's what I deserve. And not to say you shouldn't have that, but if that's your goal, then why would you have a kid with a motherfucker that ain't doing that for you right now? Why have a kid by a broke nigga if you want money? Don't have a kid. Why have a kid with a nigga who ain't got no good dick? If that's what you want, if that's your priority, don't have a kid with that nigga. Don't marry that nigga. Move the fuck on. As opposed to stringing the nigga along because that's your right now man. That's stupid as fuck. And it not only fucks your life up, but it fucks your children's life up too. And that's why the respect is out the window. It's out the door. Dumb bitches.
Window. So that's what's happened to me with relationships nowadays is that, having a good partner takes work from both sides. You can't just dominate me if you're living off of me and I'm taking care of you, but then you want to dominate me and tell me what to do.
Why would you be with somebody who is? If that's the case. You know one of the biggest differences between black women and women of other races, period? They value fathers for their children. They value they value the man being in their home as a protector more than they value the other fuck shit in life for themselves. Exactly, Cortez. She wants to dominate. She wants to try to run the show. And if she with a nigga that got more than her, then she want to try to flex and stunt off of that nigga's prestige, off of that nigga's clout. Which is why 50 wasn't fucking with her ass too tough, because he saw what type of bitch she was. And he didn't want no parts of it. Might have had some good pussy, might have had some good head, and she probably submitted to that nigga to the max. But that nigga saw her for who she was, which was probably a shallow bitch, which what most of these women are in these positions. They only in it for the status and for the resources. Bitch old as hell, used up, and now want to force a nigga to marry. You think 50's supposed to marry you? Yeah, okay.
It's not gonna work.
A penis does not make you a man alone. It can't.
That part. Can I tell you? I interviewed DeAndre Whitfield. His new book, Male versus Man.
Yep.
Book that I recommend for a lot of young.
He's real smart.
And men in general to read this book. When I interviewed DeAndre, I'm going to tell you something. I was enlightened. Because he says sometimes it's not always the man's fault the way the relationships go. It's because women have lowered their expectations.
Okay. That's true.
And if you see a man that's coming in and he's not being qualified and being the man in that relationship, as a woman, you got to pump the brakes on that. Try to communicate with him. And then if you can't fill those shoes, you have to say, it's okay. This isn't going to work for me. I wish you well. And not be afraid to do that.
And there you have it. And there you have it. And there you have it. It's like this, man. I'm going to tell you like this. When you talk about us coming together, us being better, us doing what's right, us becoming a community, us being a better group of people, raising a better generation of men and women, when you talking about that, it's going to take, first and foremost, accountability and then responsibility. We first, men and women alike, have to own what the fuck we've done. Then we have to hold each other responsible and accountable for the shit that we're going to do to change it. And they are clearly not there yet. And that's why I did this video. That's why I went ahead and did this show, because they are not there yet. They are still, like the majority of these black women, just talking shit and using these hot topics and these hot motherfucking talking points, thinking that they really doing some work, and they not. Because if these women were really serious about what they were talking about, they would be talking about black women, holding each other accountable. They would be talking about the fuck shit that these black women are doing, because these black women are the ones that's raising the black men that's not uplifting, nurturing, and are therefore not protecting, and therefore are failing the black women. If you're going to make a change for once in your life, It's going to feel real good. You're going to make a difference. You're going to make it right. You have to start with the woman in the mirror. You have to ask her to make a change. And no message could have been any clearer. If you want to make the world a better place, you black women need to take a look at yourself first and then make a change. Y'all see how I put that Michael Jackson in there? Woo-hoo! First and foremost, let me give a shout out to the people who donated tonight. Shout out to my man. This is a new person, new subscriber, I believe. Francois Vasquez. Love the show. Hit your boy off with $50. That's what's up. My man, $50 challenge in the building. Also want to give a shout out to my man, Kev Nelson. That's my man, Kev 504. That's what's up. Shout out to you. Hit your boy off with $5. Also want to give a shout out to Sinead. She said, hey, Brian and fam, look up Irish Slaves Compared to American Slaves by Thomas Sowell. Okay, if what these women are saying, why don't Irish women treat or be treated by their men the same way? Exactly. By their men the same. Exactly. I don't even have to look that up because what you saying, the facts is right there with it. Shout out to my man DJ Matt. Hit your boy off with $50 for with the super chat. Thank you, brother. Next time, go ahead and put it in the PayPal, man. I got to give YouTube a piece of that. Hit the PayPal up next time. What a cash out. But I appreciate that. Thank you so much, man. Let me go ahead and hit up the Young Cash App, see who donated there. And man, I'm gonna have a long day today. Yeah, buddy. Ooh-wee. I know I'm gonna have a long day. All right. Let's see. I got my man Troy 3 Sherman. Hit your boy off with $2. Thank you, sir. That's what's up. My man Michelle Colbray hit your boy up with $5. He said, for the show, that is why I never been with an African-American woman. And here's my thing with that. What a lot of women don't understand is not that the preference ain't African-American women. It's an African-American woman that has the idea, the mentality, and the behavior of a feminine, submissive, if you will, type of morals and value that other races of women have. They're like fucking unicorns. They're like 4-leaf clovers. I shit you not. It's like trying to find out where lightning is going to strike. They are so few and far and in between that your odds of finding a good one, because it's ain't shit women in every race. Don't get me wrong. I will never be one to say that, oh no, all these other races of women, they're just perfect. Bullshit to the back. It's ain't shit women, ain't shit bitches in every single race on the face of this earth. It's some ain't shit Asian bitches. It's some ain't shit white women. It's some ain't shit Hispanic women. Abso-fucking-lutely. But the odds are greater. The odds are greater. It's more fucked up ain't shit black bitches out here than it is fucked up ain't shit white bitches. It's more fucked up ain't shit black bitches than it is fucked up ain't shit Asian bitches. It's more fucked up ain't shit black bitches than it is more fucked up ain't shit Hispanic bitches. Hispanic bitches are a close second. Believe that. Well, probably white women then Hispanic. I don't know. They might be about the same. But I'm just telling you, it's better odds. That's all. That's all. Just like when you women get y'all motherfucking money together and quit y'all jobs to go fly the NBA All-Star Weekend, you have better odds of meeting a man that has substantial means in the city where everybody flying to that got money than it is to stay in your own city and be in motherfucking St. Louis looking for the same type of nigga. You're increasing your odds. You're fishing in a pond that has more fish. That's all it is. It's basic mathematics. If I go to the city where the Super Bowl is being held at, There are more people with more money in that area at that time, in a concentrated area, than there are any other place in the country. So why wouldn't I go there? Just like if I'm a person that's really about fashion and I want to start my own clothing line, I may want to go to Fashion Week in Paris. I may want to do that. Why? Because there's a concentration of people that are in the fashion industry in one place. My odds of connecting with and networking with those type of people that are of like mind as I am are drastically increased. That's why I would do it. My man KL Malone hit your boy off with $5. He said, for a great show. Thank you so much, bro. I appreciate it. My man Dwight Supremacy hit your boy up with $10. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate that. For the stimulus package. I need it. Thank you. My man Left Third. Keep doing what you do. That boy got talent. That boy good. Thank you, Doc. I appreciate it. Hit your boy off with $5. And my man Rich Ford Sr. hit your boy off with $5 as well. Thank you so much. Also, April Jones. Who? April Jones. She said, it's not much. Sorry, just wanted to give today. Thank you so much. Hey, every little bit counts. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. That's what's up. And my man Night Train, he hit me up yesterday for the $50. He said, I'll watch the replay after I park it. That's what's up. Hope you safe out there on that truck, bro. But everybody else, thank y'all so much for donating. Hold up. I got one more. My man Nelson Kemp hit your boy up. He said, for a good show, keep me entertained at work today. Thank you, man. I'm glad I did. I'm about to go try to get me a couple of hours of sleep. Then I got to go to work. But I just wanted to say, man, I just had to do this. I hope that this helps somebody become a better version of themselves. I hope that the women that may see this, I hope it will inspire them to be better. I hope that it will inspire them above everything else, because you can hate me if you want to, but I hope it inspires you to hold your counterparts, your other female friends, your girlfriends, your cousins, your aunties, your sisters, your mothers, your cousins, your co-workers. I hope that it will inspire you to start holding other women accountable and responsible for the shit that they do and the shit that they ain't doing. Because that's how we truly will bring about change. We can talk shit about the men. We can talk shit about how niggas ain't this and niggas ain't that. We do enough of that already. And them 4 motherfuckers got together and did a hell of a job about it. And I took on all 4 of them motherfuckers tonight. You all have the most power, so therefore you all have the lion's share of the responsibility. Step the fuck up and change this shit so that we can all be better. Because the change that you all inspire, the change that you all spark, instead of talking shit, will be the very change that will bring up, that you're actually looking for, will bring it about. It starts with y'all. Y'all the motherfuckers with the government motherfucking support system. Y'all the motherfuckers with the court support system. Y'all are the ones that change this shit. Stop taking these niggas and stop having these babies. Stop putting these niggas on child support and stop fucking ain't shit niggas. Then you will have a better grade of niggas. You will have a better class of niggas. Therefore, you will increase your options. I am Brian Redmond. This is the Relationship Rehab. I hope that this video helps somebody become a better version of themselves. Click the like button. Click the subscribe button. Thank y'all so much for tuning in tonight. It's a late show, but I had to get this motherfucker off my chest. Say it with your chest. That's what I had to do on tonight. Peace, and I'm out. Thank you to all my mods. Thank you to everybody that posted in the chat the link, posted the like button. All of y'all mods, I appreciate y'all. Shout out to Soto Nation, and salute to my motherfucking brother, Tommy Sotomayor. Everybody, y'all have a good night. I love y'all. Peace, and I'm out. I ain't no Q, but it just look cool. All right, y'all. Y'all be easy. I love y'all. Have a good night. Well, good morning.